All right. Hello and good evening, everybody. Just 7 o'clock p.m. This is, what is it, August 21st. We're here with the August mid-month Outturn preview tasting. I said we, I mean me and the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. It is just me tonight. Ben was going to be here hosting with me, and then he couldn't make it. And I've got second screen playing there. Supposed to have been muted. It was not. Anyway, supposed to have been me and Ben tonight, Ben and I. It is just me. We'll have to get by. I think we'll do all right, though. Whiskey Franco was in here early chatting it up, and Scott Friedland tuned in as well. Let's see here. A. Moore is here. And Scott Friedland is here in Wichita as well, along with me. We've had a hot spell, 111 degrees on Sunday or Saturday, 108 yesterday, I think 106 today. Ooh, it's smoking. See, Warren Buff is here commenting. 4 whiskeys tonight, smaller mid-month outturn. Usually, well, I guess 4, 5, 6 whiskeys. 4 to go through tonight. So Mark JG tuning in. How you doing, Mark? And make sure I got everything tuned up here and going. Again, anybody has any questions, don't be afraid to ask tonight. We'll be looking for some chatting to do. I do have a little palate warmer-upper, a little Glenallachie 12. Thought that'd be a good palate warmer-upper. Anybody else having something to get the palate started? CA Scotty is here. Is that California, Scotty? Whiskey on the West Coast just joined SMWS Canada in June. Let's see if I can highlight that one. It's been great so far. Occasionally we get some of the bottles as you. Yeah. So Canada, United States, the UK, sometimes we share casks. Sometimes I believe like SMW or America and the UK share casks. Sometimes America gets our own casks, exclusive casks, and kind of the same thing with Canada. Sometimes you're going to get your own casks. Sometimes it's just you and the UK sharing casks. Whiskey Franco is drinking this new Root Shoot Spirits American Single Malt. Never heard of Root Shoot Spirits. Using local barley grown about 10 minutes from me. And earlier in the chat, he said he's in Greeley, Colorado. It's up north of Denver. I think about, 50, 60 miles north of Denver. I see Tom R. is tuning in. Warren Buff is about to pour an Edredauer that he picked up this weekend. Yep, Whiskey Franco says Greeley is about an hour north of Denver. So Root Shoot Spirits distillery up there in 10 minutes from you. What town is that in, Franco? All right, while we wait for that reply, we'll get some more people in here. We're going to start off the night. Like I say, again, 4 whiskeys. All these are available tomorrow. We're going to start off with 73.153. I've already poured these. They've been getting some air, so I guess I can just pop the cork for you, though. Nice cork pop. 75.153. Contrapuntal Impasto. So I had to look this one up. Contrapuntal is a division kind of, or a clear, kind of two sides, 2 faces. And impasto is a painting style or a kind of a raised thick glaze. Now I've lost the word that was really tied in there with the whiskey. Somebody Google it and let me know what I'm trying to think of here. It's I'm just drawing a blank on it. But anyway, 10-year-old Speyside, first fill ex bourbon barrel, 57.1% ABV. Juicy oak and vanilla is our flavor profile on this one. Warren Buff says, I wish the SMWS had more Edradour, but at least they're willing to release OB stuff that's single cask and cask strength and interesting cask. This one's from a Outturn cask. Yep, I've had some very good Edradours for sure. Single casks even. So they do some good whiskeys. And I don't know if we've seen, since I've been on coming up on 2 years now, if we've seen an Edradour released. But anyway, let's get into 73.153 Contrapuntal Impasto. And color on this one. First fill ex-bourbon barrel, 10 years, about what you would expect. Nice cask influence on this one. And again, that is a heavy pour. I pour that heavy just to be able to show the color. Everybody on the live stream. All right. On the nose, juicy fruit gum. This is very juicy. Ooh, tangy, making the taste bud salivate a little bit at the back of the mouth. Nice, kind of a liquid vanilla, but not a vanilla concentrate. Almost more as if you were just smelling like a vanilla sweet cream or a vanilla yogurt. Wow. Nose, I mean, it's not real punchy. It's not the high ABV on this one is what, 57.1%. It doesn't even feel that high. It's not really coming up out of the glass and biting. Citrusy, very nice. Tropical notes starting to come through. Again, that juicy fruit gum. Let's get in on the palate. Cheers. Wow. Neat, very full palate. Great example in our juicy oak and vanilla. This is juicy fruit gum, tropical notes starting to show. Ooh, a little bit of a tobacco, dry tobacco leaf. Juicy again, fruity, citrusy, vanilla cream, sweet cream. Slight oak. Wow, for first sip, very nice. This doesn't feel 57.1% at all. This one's going to sneak up on you. Nice oak here, citrus vanillas, slight tropical notes starting to show. Juicy fruit gum. Dry leaf tobacco again, just faint, not a lot. Let's put a drop of water on it, or what I call my first round of water. Joshua Case tuned in a little bit ago, commented, good evening, friends. How are you, Joshua? A.B. Scott tuning in. Get a sip with water here. Water really bringing out the tropical notes now. The fruit, juicy fruit. Ooh, tangerines, mangoes, bananas. That vanilla sweet cream. Slight oak in the finish. More fruity up front. Ooh, let's get a second round of water on that. Ernie tuning in says, good evening. He's drinking 52.40 this evening. Anybody else drinking SMWS? Or maybe even another Distillery 73 with two rounds of water. Water is not hurting this one at all. Still feels, the ABV still feels the same. The fruits really showing, jumping out of the glass, jumping out right at front. Ooh, turning slight tropical still. Tangerine, mango, a little bit of banana, coconut, slight oaks, all very nice. Wow, handling water very well. 73.153. Let's look at tasting notes on the bottle. A fresh, bright canvas of pear drops, citrus, and honey on the nose. The palate counterpoints fudge and bonbon sweetness with lush lemony notes. Rather, not getting too much chocolate or too much fudge, but lemony notes, citrusy, honeyed, pear drops. Very nice. Close indeed. One more little sip of that one before we move on to the next one. Wow. Nice. Not disappointing on this. The 73.153, not disappointed at all. Great palate, great with water. This next one was very intriguing. I about did this one first. It's in the spicy and sweet profile from the inaugural distillery, cask number 1.278, and I love the name of this one. Fruitberg, Dead Ahead. Now, this is a 9-year-old in our spicy and sweet profile. Double cask maturation on this one. From an ex-bourbon hogshead, it was transferred to a first fill ex-Cosecha wine barrique. I had to look up, and I know we've had, I think it was even the distillery number 1 earlier this year. That was Cosecha wine as well. I had to relook it up to see what it is, and I thought it was a white wine. Definition online is more that it's more Cosecha, just means like vintage or addition. Basically, it is used in wine terminology, and you'll see it on bottles of wine. I think mainly white wines, but it's referring to just vintage or the year, the vintage. White wine, Cosecha, and not that it's necessarily determines a type of wine. It's more of a term of age. But if anybody else knows more than that, make sure you comment that. Whiskey Franco loves a good Titanic reference. Exactly. Fruitberg, Dead Ahead. Again, 9-year-old in that double cask maturation, and color not too far off here from the first, and really the 4 whiskeys tonight, all real similar in color. But great cons, actually a little bit more than you may expect from a 9-year-old. And I put in the scrolling bar there as well, 5 years in the ex-bourbon hogshead and 4 years in the ex-Cosecha wine barrique. And spicy and sweet flavor profile as well. I think pretty surprising for a 9-year-old to get into the spicy and sweet flavor profile. A lot of times you may just see juicy oak and vanilla. You may see young and sprightly, light and delicate. Ooh, but no, obviously on the nose, spicy. Wow, that was the first thing, and it kind of even burnt the nostrils. This one, 59.9%. Ooh, beautiful, spicy nose. Oak. There's a little bit of a sour patch candy type twang, tartness. Nice fruitiness, but not necessarily citrusy, more darker, or maybe stoned fruits, some berries, peaches, apricots, cinnamons, peppery. Ooh, very nice nose for sure. On a 9-year-old, great one. I can see why they chose to bottle this one when they did. And by that, I mean our tasting panel. By the way, anybody new that's watching, when I'm referencing this and I say cask number 1.278, That means this is the first, the one means this is the first distillery that we purchased whiskey from. And the 278 means it's the 278th cask that we purchased from that distillery. So anyway, let's get in on the palate on this one. Cheers. There's definitely, man, you can tell that Cosecha wine barrique has imparted, just on first sip, there's something here that's definitely coming into play. You get oak, you get spices, and then this really kind of tongue clenching tart, really just kind of a baked fruit tart with, I mean, it's almost like a little lemony lime, and not in flavor, but just in how tart it is and how it really kind of makes your taste buds clench. Woo, very nice. Caramels, dulce de leche, which I just made some dulce de leche cookies. Delicious. It's a caramel. Wow. This one, the palate, spicy and sweet. Great flavor profile on this one. Peppery, cinnamons, a little astringent. A lot of oak influence here for a 9-year-old. Just hangs on in the back of the palate, burning the taste buds, clinging on. Trying to think of the fruits here that I'm getting. It's berries, maybe peaches. It's really the spiciness, the oak, and the astringency up front. Let's get a drop of water on this one. And by drop of water, again, I mean a first round of water. It always depends on the ABV of the whiskey and how much I have in my glass. It's usually not just a drop of whiskey. I'll refer to it as that. It's usually, from a dropper, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops of water. Maybe it just depends, like I say, on what the ABV is of the whiskey and how much you have in your glass. Like 1 drop of water, to me, on this is literally not going to do anything. So I'll add 5 or 6 just to see. And let's try it with that first round of water on it. Ooh, this is just a nice charred oak board, kind of like a charcuterie board, but it's got fruits on it. Little bit of a funkiness, almost a cheese, almost some cheese in there on that charcuterie board with the fruits. And I'm thinking raspberries and blueberries, chunks of honeycomb, milder cheeses, nothing real funky. Nice. Wow. That Cosecha wine barrique here is definitely having some influence on this one, playing a part. This is a gorgeous whiskey. I can't believe this at 9 years old. Blind, no way would I ever think this was only 9 years old. The nose on this one just jumps out of the glass. It did neat. It is with water. Wow, just a beautiful nose. One to sit and smell for a while. Sit and nose before you go in, or even as you go in. You could spend an hour and a half just nosing this one. The fruitiness here, really with water, really bringing it out, but it's still hidden. I mean, not hidden. That spiciness is still up front, and the astringency, and then the fruits really start to expose here. And again, it's just those berries, maybe some stewed peaches. Toasted honeycomb. Little citrusy, and it's not like it's a big flavor of lime or lemon, but it's more like a citrusy that just makes your taste buds clench. Wow. That is beautiful. I had a great palate on that one. Hanging in. Ooh, great finish. All right. 1.278. Fruitberg, Dead Ahead. A lovely fusion of influences. Caramel sweetness, earthy notes, jammy fruits, and a hint of bandage. A complex and entertaining dram to discuss. Indeed, they get the caramel, they get all the jammy fruits, the earthy notes, a little bit of that kind of funkiness, kind of the cheese charcuterie board that I was talking about, but not a lot. Just a little hint there in the background with it. Very nice. Wow, both of those stunning whiskeys to begin with. And we're going to move on. G 10.41. A sticky treat. This is a 16-year-old grain whiskey, juicy oak and vanilla profile, a lowland, 16 years old, double maturation on this one. From an ex-bourbon barrel in which it spent 11 years, it was then transferred to a second fill, heavily toasted, medium char hogshead for the remaining 5 years. 60.1% ABV. Will be available for $130. All of these so far as well, 700 milliliter bottles. 95% of our bottles now are 700, just a handful left at that 750 designation. And just to show you the color on this one again, 16 for a 16-year-old. There we go. Double maturation here. That's 5 years in that heavily toasted medium char hogshead here. Must have the most influence. That first 11 years in an ex-bourbon barrel, I don't think had that much influence. I would expect more color actually after 16 years and 5 years in the HTMC hogshead. Really pretty similar. Being the third whiskey, all three tonight have been real similar in color. But I see Ryan Mercer is tuning in now. How you doing, Ryan? Anybody that's late, it was supposed to be Ben and I tonight. It's just me. The nose on this one, real similar to the first, juicy oak and vanilla. Not quite as fruity, though, not quite as tropical. Slight fruits here. More oak, almost more oaky with a slight hint of vanillas. Toasted. A little bit of a s'more going on. Toasted graham cracker and marshmallow. Don't know about the chocolate. It's a s'more without the chocolate. Wow. Slight cinnamons. Light caramel. Whew. Very nice. What's our ABV on this one? 60.1%. Ooh, very nice. All right, let's get in on the palate. Cheers. Woo. 60.1% showing. Not too far off from the previous one, though, at, 59.9. Very nice. Toasted caramels, toasted marshmallows, graham crackers, all that was on the nose, on the palate. A very nice grassiness, toasted grassiness, almost grassy fire. Not a grassy fire. It's a pasture, a grass pasture that had burned. It's put out. It's extinguished. You're there the next day. Toasted There was some caramel in that field that got toasted as well. Toasted oak. Looking for fruits. There's some vanilla. Looking for those fruits. What kind of fruit is it? Let me try a second sip. Well, this is, but it reminds me of if you've ever grilled salmon on a cedar plank, not the salmon part, but like kind of like that grilled cedar plank afterwards. Ooh, nice liquid, kind of a liquid cinnamon hot candy. Liquid cinnamon syrup, almost. It's sweet, cinnamony, oaky, grassy, everything toasted. Let's get a drop of water, a round of water on it. Ooh. Oh, and the Curious George, sorry, I saw you tune in earlier and comment. I didn't mention you. I meant to. I forgot. Sorry about that. First round of water on this one. Ooh, all right. The nose is sweetened up with that. More, yeah, lighter fruits showing now. Wow. That definitely brought out. On the nose, I wasn't really getting a sweetness or a fruity character before, but yeah, definitely stoned fruit, still kind of like, it's kind of pears, apples, pears with water on the nose. Ooh, Jimmy Jazz, I see you tuning in. Yeah, water bringing out the fruit now, those pears, those apples, making it more sweet as well. Wow. Still that nice kind of grassiness on the tail end, on the finish. Ooh, very rich, very nice palate on this one. We're at 60.1% ABV. For a 16-year, will be available tomorrow. All of these, by the way, 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. $130. Ooh. Wow. Jerry Duggan, arriving late. Let's see here. But scanned the comments. Is the website going to be repaired for the morning? What's wrong with the website? We did switch to we did upgrade. We got a new website. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. It had kind of been in the test format until the weekend, which we switched over on Saturday or Sunday, all to the new website. It looks great, but go check it out. As far as I know, it's been running fine. We've had a couple little hiccups, but I took several orders today. People were online cruising around and checking out orders coming in through Jerry Duggan. I get a broken Shopify link. And well, California Scotty says the email pointed to NewMake 2, but it needs to be NewMake. I think so. Yeah, it should automatically switch you over now. I believe that's all the same website now, address. Yeah, and Whiskey Franco says running fine for me. Well, and Jerry had commented before, though, the website had been down for a few days. Maybe you need to refresh or maybe clean your history. Try refreshing the page first, probably, or try a different not server. Try a different browser. If you're using Chrome, usually works the best. But if you're using Chrome, try using Safari or was it Microsoft Edge is the new one, the newer one. I mean, new. It's been out for a while. AB Scott commenting the site seems fine here. Yeah. Whiskey Franco says unplug for 30 seconds. That's my best tech advice. Mine is the old Control Alt Delete, or yeah, just unplug, reboot, and come back to it. Haig, I'm gonna guess at this one. Kasabian. The SMWS tasting glasses highlighted on the website need to be for sale. Yeah, actually, the only way to get our tasting glasses, or these whiskey snifters, I believe they're called, is in the tasting kit available to new members, or occasionally a couple times a year we'll run a promotion where if you buy 2 or 3 bottles, you'll get a free set of the glasses. That's really the only, we don't sell them, so that's the only way to get them. Matt, or M at, is getting, sorry, the store is currently unavailable. Might be a few instances, maybe, where it's not working. Which browser are both of you guys using, Matt and Jerry? Jimmy Jazz says perhaps your bank has intervened on your behalf. Could be. Or your wife or husband. Anyway, get back to the G10 41 here, a sticky treat. Let's get another round of water on it. Matt says, leave my bank out of it. 2 rounds of water. Yeah, water still bringing out more of the sweetness, more of the fruits. It's almost like some slight tropical notes are starting to peek through. And then just the spiciness, the oak, grassiness, a little bit of astringency all start to kick in. Wow. I mean, this one's just a very nice palate. Ooh, for a 16-year-old. Let me take one more small sip and I'll get the tasting notes on the bottle. Wow. G10.41, a sticky treat. Aromas of banana skins, stone fruits, and raisins joined sticky flavors of butterscotch, caramel, and custard with nutmeg. Indeed, very nice. Woo, man, I'm still tasting even 2 rounds of water. And the finish on that one is still there, still present. Very nice indeed. Woo. All right. Jerry Duggan says it's fixed now. What would you do? And Matt says try DuckDuckGo, and that is working. All right. Anyway, final bottle for the night, 4th of 4. 19.60. Spicy and sweet. This is an 18-year-old. Coziness in a glass. Spicy and sweet. Rotate that just a little bit. First fill ex bourbon barrel here, 58.7%. This will be available tomorrow for $185, and the old fashioned 750 milliliters. Can I get a woot woot? And I've been missing the cork pops, even though I've had them poured. Very nice. All right. A. Moore says, woot, woot. All right. Ooh, here we go. Little bit. And actually, so I didn't show the color. As I had them lined up, this is actually the lightest color of the night, but the oldest whiskey. Kind of surprising to me. 18 years, all first fill ex bourbon barrel. And it's just a shade lighter than the other ones we've looked at tonight. But, oh, man, on the nose. This one comes off a little bit older on the nose. Spicy, sweet fruits. A little bit of the ABV coming out. And what are we at here? 58.7. These have all been pretty nice tonight. Slight chocolatey. Little bit of leather, wet leather. Ooh, just burned my nose hairs a little bit on that one. Too deep of an inhale. Oh, a little bit of cinnamon red hot on the nose. Hot chocolate with that cinnamon stick in it. There's a nice tangy fruit. What was that? That was really a neat little tangy fruit note. Something that's not real common. Oh. Yeah, and Distillery 19 whiskey on the West Coast, talking about an 18-year-old first fill ex-bourbon from Distillery 19. Sounds like it should be fantastic. The nose is definitely not disappointing here. We've had some really good, outstanding whiskeys from Distillery 19. Ryan Mercer says those 750s are going the way of the dodos. Yep. So they stashed one melon. They have to survive a billion years. So you saved one melon? That's a movie quote. Anybody know that one? That was a kid show. Starfruit, Tom R. says. I don't know. That could be dragon fruit. Starfruit. It's a tropical fruit, but it's not. I mean, it's not the typical like papaya, mango, okay, a little bit of a melon, but that's not what I was going after. It's a more exotic tropical tart fruit. Very nice. Wow, I'd spend some time trying to suss that one out. All right, let's get in on the palate. Cheers. Boy, ooh, that is a fruit smorgasbord. That is a charcuterie board of fruits. All of these, there's a lot of fruits. I'll try to get into all of these, but there's a fruits with a jammy, syrupy, glazed icing. That's wow. That was beautiful. That was a gorgeous first sip, and that was kind of small. Let's take a little bit more. Ryan Mercer's got it. Ice Age. Yep. The Ice Age will force us underground for a billion years. So I guess they had like 4 melons or something. He's like, so you got 4 melons? This one, boy, we had one year and a half, almost 2 years ago, probably. It was it was called the fruit something, but this is fruit. Man, this is, if we had a flavor profile called fruit in your face, it would be this one. Fruit buffet. Wow. Slight spices, cinnamons, nutmegs, baking cinnamons. This is baked goods. So much fruit, so much berries. All of them. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. It's a nice fruit smoothie. A little bit of a weird, throw some pineapple in there with it, in that fruit smoothie. Wow, this is gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, this is a stunner. And this one will be available for what, 185 for an 18-year-old single cask strength whiskey. That's a steal. Wow. Malty, oaky. This is just wow. This one's phenomenal. Ooh. Ryan Mercer says my response on this one will cause it to sell out in a day. This one will probably sell out in a day on its own. Wow. Drop of water, round of water. Man, this is beautiful. Definitely a little bit older whiskey. Everything's just really, all these flavor notes are just married together here. There's no harshness. That 18 years, I think, has kind of brought everything together, all of these notes. Great cask influence on this one. Straight 18 years in that first fill ex-bourbon barrel. Let's throw another round of water on it. 58.7%. Delicious, neat. Delicious with a round of water. The fruitiness. 2 rounds. Borderline here. Almost brought it down a little bit too much, but the water is just really even making that fruit explode more. More of the spiciness. My tongue is really just on fire now from the astringency, the spiciness. Ooh, just really opening it up. Wow. Slight tobaccos on this one. Ooh, the fruitiness and the spiciness together on this one. Spicy and sweet. Great example here. Great 18-year-old. 19.60 coziness in a glass. Poached pears and stewed apples, buttered crumpets, honey drizzled muffins, golden syrup on toast, and mulling spices. Coziness in a glass. That's the tasting notes right there. Exactly. Wow. Gorgeous. Beautiful. I'm going to finish my night drinking the rest of that one. Those are heavy pours for a reason with this one. A. Moore says, do I need this? ... That is, what do they call that? I forget the ... I just had it right at the top of my head. Anyway, all of these whiskeys available tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. This is all 4 bottles, only these 4 bottles. There's no other bottles being released. You'll get an email 1 p.m. Eastern time when they're available. And ellipsis. That's it, Warren. Thanks. Yep. Ellipsis. Oh, Jen Currents commenting an ellipsis. She was waiting for me to need some grammatical consultation. Big Dog, what's going on? Big Dog down there in Florida. All right. Well, thanks to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it. It's a quick one. It was just me again tonight. Ben couldn't make it. What are we at? We're at 44 minutes. 4 whiskeys, a little over 10 minutes a piece. And I think we'll call it a night. Remember, thanks to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it. And I said again, 1 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time, these whiskeys will be available. Watch your inbox, email inbox. And remember, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society whiskeys are not for swigging, glugging, or knocking back. Please drink responsibly. Cheers.